Hello, welcome. We're just getting started. I'm out here with one of our ambassador animals this evening. This is Sunny. Her real name is Siknik, which means sun in Inuktitut. Sunny, say hi to people. Sunny's pretty interested in the fresh grass that's starting to come up here where we live. And I am Oliver the Wolf Guy. What's up, people? I am the founder and executive director of the Tahoe Wolf Center. We are a 501c3 organization that works with wolves and teaches the world why they are such an important and iconic species, a keystone species, an apex predator, and one of the most persecuted animals in the history of mankind, unfortunately. And it looks like Sunny is walking me through the soup. This is a drainage overflow for when we have big weather events, and then it perks down. But because it stays wet, it gets some of the first green grass, and wolves like to graze on new grass shoots. And then, of course, what she's looking at here is a culvert, because the raccoons like to use the culverts. Let's not go in there, though, because I don't really want you to face off against a raccoon in a culvert. Sunny, come on, come on. Should I encourage her to not try to stick her nose in a culvert, because I don't know what's in there. Come on. So for those of you, this is an ambassador animal for the Tahoe Wolf Center. This is Sunny. She's going to be 2 here in about a week. So she's finally technically an adult, although maturity-wise, intellectually, they're still a year to 2 years away from being fully intellectually mature. But in terms of being able to breed, and she's not at full size yet, although she's approaching it now. She'll grow for about another year. She'll put on another 10 to 15 pounds of muscle. She's about as tall as she's going to get. Maybe she'll put on another inch, but she's still quite a tall girl. She can stand on her hind legs and put her paws on my shoulders, and I'm 6 feet tall in my boots, 5'11" in bare feet. She weighs about 90 pounds, maybe 92 pounds now, which is kind of big for a female of her subspecies. On the large side, not the biggest ever, but she's good size. The males are considerably bigger, about another 30 to 50% bigger. Yes, that's the other side of the raccoon highway. So I am the executive director of a nonprofit that teaches about wolves. So we are the dire wolf. There is no such thing as a dire wolf, but it's pretty dire when you've got a wolf. And she's one of my easy ones. So my background is carnivore biology. I'm a wolf conservationist and carnivore specialist. And I've spent 40 years living and working with the species, and I've been fascinated by them for 54 of my 57 years. I fell in love with wolves as a little kid, and so that's my interest. So Harold, I actually did over an hour live stream about that. If you go to my channel and you scan down my live broadcasts, it's probably the 3rd or 4th one down now, and it says, let's talk about the dire wolf experiment. What I think is it's a publicity stunt that has dire, pun intended, repercussions for real conservation efforts, because it's given idiots like Lauren Boebert ammunition to say, well, now we don't have to worry about things going extinct because we can just bring them back, like you can have a species in a test tube. It's just, it's just the most absurd, ridiculous. Only a person with an IQ of 80 or less, that's being generous, I guess, would say something so ridiculous. They've invested several $1 billion to have a Franken dog and a publicity stunt. And for several $1 billion, we could preserve essential habitat around the world required for wolves and other species, so that we don't have to worry about extinction or recovery. I am in California. Yeah, they're not going to bring back the mammoth. Yeah, I think 80 is probably generous. Hey, how's it going, Yami? Tonight I'm out here with Sunny. I think you've probably seen Sunny before, Sickenik, technically. And if you listen, you can hear all the other animals having the dad didn't take me this time meltdown, which means lots of howling. Hey, Nika. Well, you did, her. So Sunny is going to be 2 on the 22nd of April. And she's probably in terms of temperament, of my females, she's definitely my sweetest, easiest going animal. She's just nice. All my animals are pretty nice, except for Akutak, who we call Princess Bitchy Pants. And Mooney is Mooney is a 180. She's the nicest thing ever to me and my wife. And then she'll turn around and look at our Malamute with straight up death in her expression. Yeah, we're pretty lucky. The people that live near me all seem to really enjoy the Stone Age serenades that we get. And the most howling happens when I leave the property with another animal. Everybody else gets a little upset. Otherwise, the howling is kind of sporadic. Wolves don't howl for hours at a time. Hey, Corbin. Okay, great question about ticks. So we are super lucky up here, and we do not have ticks or fleas, which is, that could change as the climate warms. But so far we've been relatively free of that pestilence. But I will tell you that, for example, just a couple of weeks ago, sorry, there was some screaming in the woods. I want to know what it was. Yes, I do have a Malamute. Not with me right now, but I did take my Malamute down to the Bay Area with me, and I took her on a walk. And I mean, immediately, just like within 10 minutes, I saw ticks. And I was like, oh no, I don't want to bring ticks home and have them in bed on her or whatever. And so what we do is we dust animals with diatomaceous earth, which is essentially inert for us. And for canids, but you dust them with that pretty heavily, and it's like it's like ground glass to ticks and fleas, and it just immediately is the end of them. But that requires kind of a regular treatment. The only thing we worry about up here is heartworm for a few months a year, and looks like a piece of pumpkin in the woods. We have a lot of bear. Where's that, a mushroom cap? Let me up. I want to make sure she doesn't eat something. Oh, it is. It's just the top of a gourd. Come on, let's go. We don't care. But we use Interceptor for heartworm, but just for like 4 months a year. I had animals in the Bay Area at one time though, where we had not just ticks, but a high prevalence of Lyme disease. And then, let me think what I used. I think I used Sentinel, and occasionally I would use Avantec collars, which are just gnarly. Eat a piece of tree bark. I'm in California. Yeah, no, it's a bunch of little kids at a house we're right at the edge of the national forest here. There's some houses, and this little kid's having a little fun. Come on, Sonny, let's go this way. Sonny's super curious about the trees at the beginning of the trail here, because that's where everybody just sort of casually takes dogs. Greetings from Brazil, Anna. Hi in Georgia. A woo. I'm always amazed. I guess people get notifications when I go live because I'm always amazed how many people I actually know jump on here to check out what I'm up to. It's really nice. Feels like going on a walk with friends a little bit. We've got all the birds happening now. Thank you very much. Appreciate you guys. Do you say it Janias? Is that how you say it? Janias McKay? I always struggle with how people are screen names. Doberman Cane Corso. That's some serious dogs. So this is an ambassador wolf here at the Tahoe Wolf Center. We're a 501c3. And when I take my animals out for out of habitat enrichment, which I do with 1 or 2 animals every single day, I frequently live stream so I can answer questions and teach people about wolves, which is the mission of my nonprofit. This is Sunny, or Sikanik is actually her name, which means sun in Inuktitut. But we started calling the two girls that are the same age, Sunny and Mooney, Sun and Moon, and it just became their primary names. It's what they know as their names. And I'm Oliver, the wolf guy. Hello. Thank you very much, Anna. So we're up here in the Sierra Mountains, not far from Lake Tahoe. And this is a very uncharacteristic year that there's no snow where I'm standing right now. In a typical, don't do it. I think I might have, did I beat you? Did you roll and stink? It seems like right now, because the snow is melted and there's lots of stink under the snow, all I'm dealing with is animals that want to roll in something awful. And then I either deal with awful or I try to give them a bath, and they're not the most fun to give baths to be honest. And of course, one of the big challenges in any small town that has a lot of tourism is people come to these trailheads and they use them as their dog toilet. So I try to stay away from them, but I also give my animals the latitude to go where they want on patrols we do. And they're always curious about who's trespassing in their territory. So I end up dealing with this more than I'd like to. Alberta, hey, awesome. So I have animals that come from your area. Their lineage is from Alberta. They're some of the biggest wolves in the world, are the Albertan wolves that prey on bison. So I know those wolves. It bit someone. Yeah, it's a huge risk when you've got these animals. I tell people, and one of the challenges I run into when I live stream is that a lot of people are like, oh, I want a pet wolf. And so trying to convince people this is not a pet. This is my job, working with these animals. It's what I do. My home is literally within the habitat for my animals. And so this is what I do literally 24 hours a day. My wife and I have been married for almost 24 years now. We've never been on an airplane together because there's no dog sitter, there's no kennel. They're terrible pets. They're really not pets. You want a pet, get a Malamute. They're wolfy enough without having the liability. And of course, if a wolf bites somebody, you've got a huge problem, because even though the rabies vaccine does work, it's not recognized by the government. And so they immediately suspect rabies and either want to confiscate and quarantine the animal if you're lucky, and if you're unlucky, they want the head. And so I always treat these animals like imagine like a 9-year-old kid with a handgun all the time, a loaded handgun. And that's the level of vigilance I apply to try to avert any kind of catastrophic issues. I tell people, it's a joke obviously, but I say, see me? I'm 37. This is what happens when you live with wolves. I'm not really 37. That's come and gone for sure, but it definitely ages you, because the the extra stress in your life from making sure stuff doesn't go wrong is legit. Yep, exactly, Chanias. And what do you have? Yamnuska over by you, right? Yes. Well, you know what it is that they've got an idea in their head of what it is. They saw Game of Thrones and they're like, oh, I want Ghost. Not realizing that's, a made-up animal and that a lot of the scenes with them are CGI. One of our animals is actually a cousin of the animal actor that plays Ghost. So you'll see Sunny is just sort of meandering around, and I'm letting her go where she wants. Very different than your typical dog walk where you're like, okay, we're going around the block. This is, sometimes I'll walk for hours and not cover a mile distance-wise, but cover 5 miles in zigzags. Hey, so we were just talking about the direwolf thing here not that long ago, maybe right before you jumped in. I did a pretty deep dive into this whole direwolf publicity stunt. It's on my channel, on my live, archived lives, and it's titled, Let's Talk About the Direwolf Experiment. And in a nutshell, I think it's a publicity stunt. I think that the incredible amount of money they spent could have been used for real conservation, preserving habitat and protecting imperiled species. And it's given thick-skulled congressional representatives like Lauren Boebert ammunition to say, well, now we don't need the Endangered Species Act because we can bring things back because, her capability to understand science stopped at, I'd say at sex ed, but I'm not sure it even stopped there because I think she's terminated 3 or 4 pregnancies. So, it's a real problem. I think the long and short of it is I think it's a real problem. I think that they didn't accomplish anything remotely like what they said. I think they're just malformed wolf dogs. In fact, they have, if you know what you're looking at, you'll see they have a very obvious overbite. Their front teeth sit way ahead of their lower incisors, and that is not normal. That is not how dire wolf skulls, you can go look at dire wolf skulls, they don't align like that. They align perfectly, as all healthy wild canids do. So the animals were malformed. They're making these claims about how huge they are. They're no bigger than my big animals. There's just so much about that they aren't being truthful about. For example, they implanted 45 embryos, and they were only successful at bringing 4 to term, and one of them died. What you got? You got a hole. One of them died within the first few weeks after birth from what they said is an intestinal infection. Now, there's something really wrong with these animals. If with all those resources, they couldn't keep it alive. I have bottle fed many wolf litters, many. One of the only times I leave my mountain abode is either to pick up puppies and get them while they're still on the bottle, or to help friends that have big litters and need somebody who's good at not getting any sleep for days and days. And we don't lose puppies. You don't lose puppies. And so there's something wrong with these animals. And this is with just, a micro edit. You're talking about less than 1% dire wolf. There is no way that they'll be able to recreate an actual dire wolf because they wouldn't be able to gestate it. Because the wolves they're using, actually they were using mixed breed hounds as the surrogates. And I don't know why Sunny's going this way. I don't like this way. So we had a big fire near here a few years ago, and this was in order to try to protect the town. They just devastated this part of the woods. You can see how the trees are so spaced out. And hey, Sonny, really, I just don't want to go this way. It's just not pretty over here. Can we go this way? Come on, let's go away from the chop. Seeing the chop makes me sad. It's such a disturbed woodland, and I really like undisturbed woodland. Let me stop here and see what you guys are saying. Let's see here. Yeah, I am mad at the direwolf creators too. Well, so Jay, you're you're sort of echoing Timmy MC, who has Weave the Coyote, and he says, you know, anything could be a pet if you don't mind getting bit. But the reality is that it's not just about being brave. It's about understanding the biology. It's about having the resources to provide the right kind of care, a secure habitat where they don't get loose and get in trouble. Like, I get phone calls every week from people that, you know, thought they could do it. They were so confident they could do it. And let me just tell you that 95%, literally 95% of people that get animals with appreciable wolf content give up by the time the animal is 2. I get phone calls every week. Can you take my dog? And the ones that don't even call me, then there's wolf dog groups on Facebook, you know, adopt, rehome, rescue, save, please help me. You know, and then there's the ones that actually do okay, and then they die or they get injured or something, and the animals need a home and they haven't planned for that. I mean, you just can't imagine, you know, it's just, you know, there's no family member who's going to take your wolf. It's so crazy. And every rescue, every sanctuary is just stuffed. You're probably right, Yami. I don't think, I mean, it's my understanding that she failed the GED 3 or 4 times before her son took it for her. Hi from Rochester, Washington. Well, you know what they say is that lions may be the king of the beasts, but you don't see wolves in the circus. They're tricky. They don't take orders. They are collaborators only. And if you're not patient, then you're not going to have a good collaboration. But if you want to take inspiration from my 40 years of work with wolves, I did write a book, The Wolf Lover's Guide to Raising Dogs, which essentially takes my 40 years of experience, synthesizes it into 262 pages of how to have your dog love you more. Because if you do what I say in the book, your dog will love you more and be happier. Because that's what it's about. So I am going to flip on my headlamp. It's amazing how much I get pulled around. Let me have a little pause here and see if I can't catch up on some of the comments real quick. Hard to do when Sonny's pulling me because I got to watch where I'm going. All right. Think otherwise. So Jay, it's also not about just being nice to it. And it's not about them being chill. It's just about being able to do a good job, and it's hard to do a good job. Dream of wolves chasing you. Well, the good news is that probably won't happen. Wolves are very timid. This is one of my 2 most sociable animals. She is really sociable. And even though she's super sociable, if we're out here in the woods and somebody starts walking towards her, she's going to say, nope, don't want that. Let's go the other way. And she'll just sort of redirect. My other animals, some of them will literally pull me off my feet to get away from unfamiliar people when we're out in the woods. So chances of you being chased are probably only in your dreams, luckily. Wolves are actually really nice. In terms of humans, they're afraid of us. So they tend to really steer clear of us. They know that we're the scariest monsters of them all. Hey, Joy of Wolves. You know that I have a wolf named Mooney, right? And I also have a wolf that people call Moon because he acts like a moon. He's a puppy and he's really, really silly. He licks the window, he jumps and bounces off the doors. He has the funniest sounding howl you've ever heard. He sounds like he goes, I don't even know how that howl exists. I'd never heard such a howl in 40 years of work. He's very unique. His name is actually Noonie or Noonaryak, which means of the land. Call him Noonie. The internet calls him Moon. His funniest videos are on my TikTok, by the way, which is also at Oliver the Wolf Guy. Same as my YouTube handle if you want to find me there. I do more shorts there and more live streaming and educational content here. Let's see here, what else we got? Sonny, can you pause for a sec? You'd be amazed how strong these animals are too. Like when I stop, I pretty much have to just like lock my feet or I get dragged around. That's what people are referring to my wolf about that meme as well. In fact, I have a shirt that if you look at my shop, it may not be on my YouTube shop. It's probably on my TikTok shop only. I have a hoodie I designed that says "Damn it, Moon," because it's a cartoon version of him licking the door, and it's pretty funny. If you're into that sort of stuff, you could have a Moon meme shirt. The other gear, Sonny, let's go this way. The other gear that is in my shop. So you've probably seen this, if not friend, why friend shaped? Well, that's really from an article in Scientific American about grizzly bears, with the implication of, why do they look so cuddly if they're going to kill you? But my most popular video here and on TikTok, I got hundreds of comments about it where it's if not friend, why friend shaped. So I made merch with a cartoon version of that animal and that meme. So if you're into that, that's there too, in a couple of different styles. How long are those legs? They're leggy. They are really, really leggy. What are you getting into here? How about not some piece of bone? She's just like, oh, I'll have a little snack on the way. Just crunching bone. So yeah, they're very leggy. They like I have a Malamute that's perfectly proportioned, who's 80 pounds, and they make her look like a Shiba Inu. And I think I just noticed a little poop graze on her shoulder from when she rolled earlier. Toss her in a pond. We have a pond. I might put her in it. Let's see. Are you stinky? Let's find out. Come here. Hey, come here. Come here. I'm walking up the leash here to have a look. Come here. Did you roll and stink? Oh, you did. You so stink. God dang it. She's going to get a bath. She's not going to like it. She's going to get a bath on her shoulder. It's not too bad, but blah. Seems like every walk I take these days, I get to go home and wash shit off an animal. Really delightful. So, pound for pound, I think they're the strongest animals. They're not designed to pull. So, like a really big Malamute that puts its chest into it, it maybe pull harder, but their explosive strength, the things they can do, just extremely different than your domestic dog. Sorry, I know this headlamp is super bright. Their bite strength will, they'll take, especially the males, which are bigger, could take like a hickory handled sledge, like a 5-pound mason sledge, and splinter the handle, kind of like it's not even a big deal. They'll, the fattest bully sticks, like they can just bite chunks off it like it's a Slim Jim. They're I think that a lot of it has to do with it. Their neurology is activates more muscle tissue. They maybe just have more neural fibers, and as a result, they just can do more. But they're just super explosive. They're also fast for long. One of my animals, the one that's the cousin of Ghost from Game of Thrones. Sonny, we're not going to go over there. Come on, we're going to go this way. Let's rethink. Come on, let's go this way. Come on, let's go this way. No, we're going to go this way. See, like she wants to go this way. Now, I outweigh her by, I don't know, 60 or 70 pounds. And she can still, make me have to like really plant my hips. And she's just pulling with her neck, She's not in a pulling harness. Come on, this way. Thank you, Stinky. When they roll in crap, I call them shithead wolves. So Sonny's a shithead wolf tonight. I'll roll up to the house and my wife will say, how'd it go? And I'll say, I've got a shithead wolf. The little one is Wolfie. That's so funny. Hey there, Minty Crow. Oh, this dire wolf thing. This is such a popular topic. I think it's a publicity stunt. There's an extended discussion of it in my channel and my lives called Let's Discuss the Dire Wolf Experiment. Hey, let's not roll in anything else gross. Hey, no more stink. No more stink. I let them get away with almost everything, but I just tired of washing off stink. Come on, don't do it. And you never know when you're in the woods here if maybe the stink they roll in is going to be a human poop, which is, dog poop is gnarly, bear poop is icky, human poop is just straight up repulsive. I have to put on a biohazard suit. Just hate it so much. Like, really? I think people could actually just bury it, but they just, have no backcountry etiquette at all anymore. Ever since COVID, we've had a whole new class of uninformed Oh, I don't know if you guys saw that little bat just flitted by. Good night. Nice to talk to you, Janias. Jacob, hey, what's happening? Yeah, it's funny if it's not you that has to wash off the stink. I have to wash off the stink. And it's no fun washing the stinky one. Fan of Call of Duty. Hey, what's happening? Let's see what I missed here. See, she pulls me and I can't. My eyes are adjusted to the dark, and then I look at this and I'm like half blind here. Thank you so much for Joy of Wolves. I'm glad you like my channel. What else we got here? They will sometimes steal your food or come into your camp if you're pretty chill, I guess. That's not that common, though. They really have to be habituated to be brave enough. Like, they have to be feeding off of garbage or something that gets them the confidence that they're not going to immediately get killed. Oh, there's something big crashing around over there. The bears are awake, finally. So we get more stuff in the woods. Some big trees up here. Let's see here. Sunny's starting to do a little scent marking. Thank you. I am in Northern California in the Sierras. Kind of near Lake Tahoe, fairly near Lake Tahoe. Oh, and she just decided to go this way, which is towards the house, which is probably good because I'm a little tired this evening and about to run out of battery. So, probably is a good coincidence there. Come on, let's go this way. This way. She's dragging me up near a vacation. Hey, you're on the wrong side of the tree, sweetie. Come on, come this way. Some of my other animals are way more. Come on. She can do it. Come on, come around. Come on. She's not as savvy. Here she goes. Good job. My eldest animal, the true alpha of the family group we have is a 14-year-old female. And she is so smart with a rope. She could wind herself into a thicket where I won't even go. And she's smart enough, she knows to backtrack the rope. Like under, over, around, through. Never gets tangled. It's so crazy. Like 10-year-old kids could not do as well as she does in navigating a complex environment with the rope. But that's an experiential thing. They get smarter as they get older. And that animal's had the longest experience with me of long lead excursions. I think I'm going to harvest this plastic and get it out of the woods. So I am just approaching my property here, and I'm about to run out of batteries, so let me just start to do a quick little wrap up for you guys. I do like to ask that if you want to support my nonprofit, the Tahoe Wolf Center, which you can find at TahoeWolfCenter.org. If you want to learn more about us, website's a little primitive, that's not my focus, but you could also become a member of the channel. If you do that, at any membership level, find me on TikTok, because you can instant message me on YouTube. So find me on TikTok at Oliver the Wolf Guy, same as my YouTube handle. Send me an instant message that says that you're a new member with your YouTube handle. And if you want the gift I would like to send you, then I need your name, your mailing address, all that good stuff, and I will put in the mail to you. A few of you, I think, are expecting, and gifts went out this week. So you should get those in the next few days if you haven't already. Any of the purchases you make on the TikTok or YouTube shop benefit the nonprofit. And my book, The Wolf Lover's Guide to Raising Dogs, is available on Amazon in ebook, color paperback, high quality color hardback. And I just pushed publish because people are asking for an inexpensive version. I just published a black and white paperback version as well. All the proceeds from the book also support the nonprofit. That really well sums it up if you're interested to support my work. And obviously like, follow, subscribe, share with your friends if you think that they would appreciate learning about our other animals. And here's Icknick. And here's Mooney. Hi, Moo Moo. Oh, Moo Moo wants to give kisses. Hi, Mooney. We call it when. So I have funny terms for certain things. Like when wolves make holes in my clothes, I call that a wolf haircut. When I get a kiss through the fence, I don't want your kiss because you're. Oh, hi, Mooney. Come here. So when I get kissed through the fence, I call that a jailhouse kiss. When a wolf rolls in poop, they're a shithead wolf. When they step in poo, it's a poo foot. I got plenty of those phrases. All right, and so my next project, and by the way, you guys should subscribe to the channel because tomorrow I am going to do something really funny. It's going to be a multi-video project. I've got a secret project I'm going to do for the wolves. It's going to be very funny. I do not know how it's going to turn out. I will tell you I'm picking up something that weighs about 300 pounds with a U-Haul trailer tomorrow. And then I'm going to chronicle the whole deal from picking it up to what I'm going to do to how I'm going to do it. And then when we release the hounds on the project and see what they do to it. So if you like that kind of stuff and you're into a little surprise and some fun animal antics, I'm pretty excited about this. I've been thinking about this for a long time. And I just had somebody volunteer to donate the piece of equipment I need. So tomorrow I pick it up. And then I'll be figuring out how I'm going to retrofit it so it doesn't immediately get destroyed. So, oh, Mooney is so deceptive because Mooney that says, I'm cute. And then Mooney is the killer. Right, Mooney? See how she's looking at, what she's looking at right now is my Malamute in the other habitat. And she looks at me and she says, I love you, I'm cute. She gives me the little soft face. Hi, Mooney. Mooney, Mooney. Like this. She's all, I'm cute. And then she turns around and she looks like Maleficent. She's like, I think of her as Maleficent, sort of like Angelina Jolie. So beautiful, slightly deadly. Sunny's more like Gabby Reese, if you know who that is, the supermodel pro beach volleyball player. And Nick would be the George Clooney of wolves. He's just the proper gentleman. He's just the nicest. Aren't you? The nicest. And you can see her, Icknick. The reason I haven't gone in there yet is I'm going to keep her on a line and tie her up to spray her down. But Icknick is Icknick's about 150 pounds. He's absolutely huge. And so you can see, hey, would you do me a favor? Yeah. I have a shithead wolf, of course. Would you grab me some gloves, some peeper spray, and the hot hose? And I'm going to take her on the deck right here and give her a treatment. Oh, which one? Decks? Where? Right here. Just bring me the hose to right here. Yeah, right here. Yeah. Wait, you going to clean over there? No, I'm going to clean right there where the hose reaches. Right here? Yes. And what do you need from me? The hose, gloves, and peeper spray. Okay. Yeah, watch out for her. There we go. I'm explaining to my wife what I got to do next. Let's see here. Sorry, there's a bunch of messages. Let's see here. Sorry, let me catch up. Let's see here. Sorry, there was so much stuff. You wish you could walk Icknick. Walking Icknick is like walking a tractor. He's like all easy going, easy going, easy going, easy going, bang, and you're on your ass. He is so powerful and so quick when he turns it on. I wear a belt that I've developed over. Actually, that's also in my live, somewhat deep down in there, but I have a full-on system that I've refined to make sure I never lose control of an animal. And I've taken a lot of rides. Actually, Icknick once pulled me off a cliff and my leg got exploded. Really injured myself. He just jumped off a cliff and I went for a ride. Came down badly. But he's he's super easy till he's not easy. And the other day I actually did an experiment. I took Icknick and Mooney, and that was pretty intense. I was only out for about 30 minutes. It was just too hard. So let me catch up with this. Am I hunting for bears? No, I like bears. Bears are my friends. Yeah, so at Lavender, yeah, I think Yami already told you that if you scroll down on my channel, on my live streams, there's actually a whole video explanation of my thoughts on that called, let's talk about the dire wolf experiment. All right, let's see here. Yes, this is so all these animals are that we're a nonprofit that works with wolves and does science education using wolves. So this is Sunny right here. That one right there is Mooney. Still on the channel. Yeah, it is. It's under my lives, like the third or fourth one down. Well, they are a type of dog, but their intensity is much, much greater. Like imagine the most intense dog you've ever seen, turn the knob to 99 and break it off. And that's what you got when you're working with these guys. And I'm just waiting for my wife to bring my tools so I can take her up on the deck here and give her her cleanup. Because I'm just finishing a live stream and then we'll go do that. Well, Anna, oh, thank you. You can definitely do that if you volunteer. There's wolf sanctuaries everywhere. They're just kind of hidden. But if you do a little digging, you could probably find one and get a chance to both learn a lot about them, do some really good work, and get very close to them if that's what you want to do. Yeah, Sunny is very laid back most of the time. Callie, let's say here. Yes, that is also true, that the whole alpha wolf thing is not accurate. That doesn't mean they can't be intense. I mean, they kill for a living, just not each other. They're very family-oriented, very social. We're clearing out our stuff for the winter. I've got my wood splitter and some other stuff here. It's a little messy. And my wife has been promising to take a bunch of boxes to the recycler. Thank you. Yes, we do all the permitting stuff. We have to. It's a pain. Yeah, Sicknick is huge. I'm just catching up with the messages here. They do not get along with other dogs. They are very territorial, and yeah, they don't. I like to say they're like Dexter. They don't get to have friends. Their friends are their family, and that's pretty much it. Every once in a while, there'll be like a big opposite sex dog, like a big opposite sex female that a male might like, or a big opposite sex male with his nut still that a female might like. But that's the exception, not the rule. We don't play fetch. Tug of war, I lose. I have one that was 14 in human year, 14 in human years, which makes her 98 in dog years. That's my Arctic. Let's see. I do sell hoodies with wolves on it. So I have. If you look at my shop here and also my shop on TikTok, you'll see what I've got right now. But if you've got a special request, like with a photorealistic image, I could do that too. You would just have to let me know, and I can put it in. We can do one-offs. So if that's something you want, just message me on TikTok at Oliver the Wolf Guy. Just send me a direct message. Let's see what we got here. Sup. All right. Let's see here. Hardworking kid. Yes, it's a full-time job and then some. So you're going to show cleaning up. Okay. You guys want to see that? All right. Well, it's not going to be pretty. I'm going to have to put you in my little chest rig here. We'll see what happens. But since you asked, I'm going to make the best of it here. She really hates this. I'm going to get wet and dirty. All right. So you'll get to, this is the best I can do, is to put you in my little chest rig here. But before I get close to the house, let me turn off the Wi-Fi because it always messes up my live stream. All right. You guys want to see me try to give her a bath? This is not any fun for anybody. Not for me, not for her, not for anybody. And so this is the view you're going to get because that's what I can do with the chest rig. All right, Sonny, here we go. They're going to get a little mobbed because that's what happens when you had an animal out of the containment, is everybody wants to say hi. Oh, Mooney's being cute. Mooney. Sometimes Mooney can be very spicy when somebody comes back. They're all, see Sonny's still a little bristly. It's like, that's not necessarily aggression. It's just excitation. It's like goosebumps. That's, when it first ends up, it's kind of like goosebumps. Hi, Mooney. Boom. Hello, Mooney. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You can see how tall they are. All right, Sonny. Let's de-shitify yourself here. Nope. Sonny already knows what's going on. They're so smart. She's like, oh no, Dad's dragging me up here. Come on, let's go. You're a shithead wolf. Yeah, here we go. Come on, go. This is a little secure area. She's gonna go like, nope. She's gonna jump over that here. Come here. Nope. Oh, you're smelly when I'm close to you now. That's no good. Oh, you stink. God bless it. Oh. Nope. See, she just went right over this. Come on, come back here. You're going to go backwards or you're going to go forwards. Come on, come here. Nope. So, nope. That was the one shot you got at that one. I'm going to tie her up real short here. Make sure she doesn't just yank this thing. You're not going anywhere, Stinky. You're not coming over here neither. Here's my hose, here's my gloves. People ask to watch me do this, so.
Well, okay.
Well, I'm just,
Okay, do it, but I have to finish this. I want to help you.
I'm not asking for help.
I need to finish.
The only help I need is the gloves and the spray. I saw you do that. That was very nice of you. See, my wolf mom is so nice. She's like, I got the water warm for the girl. I would have just hit her with a cold hose because I'm cold-hearted and mean. Don't do it. You're not jumping anywhere. See, she's like looking for an exit. You did it to yourself with the stink. Nope. No, not. She's like, here's the hose. Don't do it. Nope. You're not going to hang yourself off that thing. Come here. Come here. See, it's never any fun for anybody, this process. It's not that bad. This is the shower soaker. It's not that bad. Come here. It's not that bad. Everybody thinks it's so bad, but it's not that bad. It's not that bad. You just got a little poop on your neck. By the way, this stuff here is about to be launched as a product under a collaboration with me and a top animal nutrient brand. This is my secret formula for de-stinking animals. It also gets rid of pee in carpet, barf in carpet, poop in carpet. Soaps up real nice. It's super concentrated, so it takes 1 to 2 ounces to make a quart. Smells amazing. The animals actually like the smell of it. It totally gets rid of the smell of poop, even when they roll in disgusting stuff. You'll see that now that I'm just lathering her, she doesn't mind. It smells like mint. It's all plant enzymes. You can wash your fruits and vegetables in it. And I'll be announcing that product here on a couple of channels, hopefully in the next couple of weeks. We're still in the final sorting out the production and the label design. But I'm really excited about that because it'll be the first Oliver the Wolf Guy product that I'm bringing to market. And it's, I call it peeper spray. I'm hoping my partners will want to call it peeper spray. I think it's funny and it's true. That's what we call it at home. We're like, oh no, we need the peeper spray. Right, Sonny? And the animals like this enough that if I spray this on something like a surface, a cushion, they'll scent roll in it and de-stink themselves for me. Here comes the spray. It's not that bad, see? By the way, you'll notice I also use Fi tracking collars. I've worked a bit with a company to help them with some of the aspects of their app. I love this product. I rely on it. It's my most important app on my phone besides the camera. It lets me know that my animals are where they're supposed to be. It provides me with health and activity data. They do not pay me, but if anybody wants to try that, shoot me a message and I'll get you a referral code, which gets you a discount and lets them know that I appreciate them. This was a pretty easy bath because Sonny's easy. You should see what it's like to try to give Icknick a bath. Icknick can rip that post out of the building. I don't do this here with Icknick. I have to tie him to a great big tree, and it's no fun. Icknick really hates getting sprayed. And it's so funny because I'll spray him completely. I'm totally clean. One more shot, just because that's the kind of guy I am since she's being so good. Might as well make you smell pretty instead of stink. So I'll bathe him. He'll fight me the whole time. I'll get him done. And then he'll just go in the pond like, yeah. So it's like, okay, Icknick, so you don't want to be sprayed, but you don't mind being wet. And whenever I have to bathe Icknick, I get a bath too, whether I want to or not. He's just so difficult. But this is easy. Sonny and Mooney just kind of give up. Kutak likes the lathering part a lot. Like she'll just hang out. All right, so that's the deal. There we go. Now, the fun part here is that I'm going to let her go here, and she's going to have crazy zoomies, because of course she is. Oh, you're going to smell so much pretty now. You see that? So much pretty. That wasn't so bad, was it, Sonny? That wasn't so bad. And my Malamute, Nepenthe, if I give Nepenthe a bath, she's mad. She gets mad, and then she won't talk to me. So I'll go, hi, Nepenthe, and she'll look at me. She'll turn her head. I'm not loving you right now, but this girl here. All right, I'm going to unhook you. Take the tension off this. Come here. You're done. You're going to be free. Watch, she's going to go right over this thing like it's not even there, and then she's going to have the zoomies. You're done. You're free. Shake. Thank you. You going to go? Boop. It always cracks me up because the girls can hop over this little gate, but for whatever reason, the boys don't. They're too big, or they just aren't inspired to do it. Well, let's see. She's going to start ripping around. I'll go down here and pull the phone out for a sec. Let me check here. So rolling in, scent rolling is a complex behavior. They do it for a bunch of things. I think sometimes they just like the new smell. Let's see here. That's a good idea, Yami, about the hoodie. Let me look and see if I can find a good image. And then on the back of my attire is the logo for my nonprofit. Let's see here. Sunny, you gonna get the zoomies or what? She's just sort of wandering around. Thought she'd go ripping off. Cleaning the wools. Well, she is calm. She got calm today. Right, yeah, you always get to... Here comes Mooney. Is Mooney cute? Hi, Mooney. Hi, Mooney. Mooney cracks me up because Mooney is so to me, watch. She's so demure to me, and now she's going to walk over to the gate, and she's just a totally different animal. She's just straight up. Mooney. She's ignoring me. She's so intense. Sunny's all chill. You can see the difference. See how Sunny's just relaxed. Mooney's got her head down trying to look. I have a visual screen there because it reduces the animosity. Mooney! Come on. Mooney. She just won't budge. She's just got her eyes locked. I think my Malamute is probably back there. Is Nepenthe back there? Is that why you're looking? Yes, she is. Oh, Mooney. She's calming down a little bit now that we're getting on the far side of breeding season. Oh, but now Nepenthe is right there. And then Malamute's there. And you see how her tail just went to half kill o'clock, I call that. That's better than it's been, though. She's starting to attenuate a little bit, just a little bit. But I'm going to get, now we're first starting to stand up. Nope, we're not. Nepenthe, come on. Don't stir stuff up. Let's go over here. Come on. Come on, let's go over here where Icknick is. Icknick's the nicest. Right, Ick? Come on. Mooney, come on. If I go over, hopefully Mooney. Here comes Mooney. Hi, Mooney. So Icknick and Mooney are a couple. Mooney really loves the Icknick. Icknick loves me the most, though, don't you? Don't you? Yep. Hi, Mooney. All right, folks. Well, I think we're going to probably wrap it up now, unless you guys have a few more questions here. Let's see. Oh, you're so squeak. Hi. Hi, beautiful. We call Mooney Badger the angry weasel because she's small but mighty. Oh, she's going to... Oh, here we got a little stalking playing about to happen unless Icknick messes it up. Oh, here we go. Pounce. I'd like to let Noonie here without everybody getting aggro, then we'd see some real action because Noonie's so rambunctious. My favorite moment with Sunny so far. Oh, you like that one? Mooney. Mooney just cracks me up. All my animals I chose specifically, except for Mooney. Mooney chose me. I wasn't going to take Mooney. But Mooney was like, nope, I'm going to win this guy over no matter what. And she did. She's like, I'm the cutest, nicest animal. You got to take me. I'm just super cute and nice. And then she turned out to be a secret bitchy pants, didn't she? Yeah, she did. Yes, she did. Aren't you? She's like, yeah, I'm a secret bitchy pants. All right. Okay, folks. Well, I think we're going to wrap it up here. But thank you so much for tuning in. And again, if you want to support us, here, I can shut this off for 1 sec. You can actually see me. If you want to support us, Wolf Lover's Guide to Raising Dogs on Amazon is my book. TikTok and YouTube shops have some fun merch. And if you have a special request, send me a direct message on TikTok at Oliver the Wolf Guy. I can probably sort that out for you. And the nonprofit is TahoeWolfCenter.org, in case you want to subscribe. And of course, you can also become a member of this or the TikTok channel. Kind of the same stuff on both, but up to you. Yes, exactly. She is covert. That's funny. YouTube held that for review. Covert bitchy pants. That's funny. All right, guys. It was fun. Have a great evening. We will catch you on the next one. So from Oliver here at the Tahoe Wolf Center, Howells, have a great night.